So this is a story about choice. This is my daughter Chloe, and her choice was about chicken. And because it's plural, it meant something other than something from a menu, from a kid's menu. She wanted chickens. And so the way she goes about these sort of things is she kind of goes directly to the source, right? And she writes a direct mail letter. Now, so this is to her mom or my wife, and basically, do you think it's a good idea to get chickens or not? Yes or no? Circle your answer. My room is the one with the stickers on it, so just in case you wasn't clear. So Mary shared this with me, and it's like, oh, that doesn't sound like very this offer. And so I was a naysayer in this. I was kind of like, no, I don't think that's going to improve our chaotic life at home. I don't see how the introductions of chickens into our fragile ecosystem will work. And by the way, when you don't want chickens and they show up, this is what they look like through the mail. So we're a proud owner of 3 chicks. And that just kind of speaks to my role in the house. Like, I'm pretty easily overruled. This is what they look like when they grow up. I know, they're totally like scheming. So they got names. That's Camille, that's Agnes, and this is Jeanette. So these chickens are coming out of our house, and they're constantly scheming. I suspected them of no good. The bounty was this. By the way, if you don't know, chickens will lay about an egg a day. So 3 chickens equals 3 eggs a day. We had some problems with collection in terms of the owner, but I'll get into that in a bit. So anyway, this was the glorious bounty, and the promise in that direct mail letter was, listen, Mom, you can be like Martha Stewart, you can save time and money. And the whole time and money thing was a little bit lost on me, unless they're laying Skippy and bacon. So this was a golden age, right? We got eggs, we had grown chickens, and chickens ruled the world. They ruled our backyard. So things were flush, we were flush with eggs, and things were looking up. So my daughter, and by the way, we don't live in the country, we live in Dallas City. So these chickens were a bit of an affront to our homeowners association. But she incorporated eggs and more. Now the branding is a little sketchy. The art directors may take issue with the change of typeface in the car. Really tasteful, I thought. The more I was a little fuzzy on, it turns out it was lemonade and Hunger Games paraphernalia. So when she would collect the eggs, essentially she would put these together, and they were kind of branded crazy. So a subsidiary of Eggs and More was Chloe City Chick Eggs, hand gathered, free range. What you can't see is the organic sticker on the side, and she would attribute every egg to who laid it. So a very personal touch, right? So we had some early supporters. Stu and Whitney were very generous to Eggs and More. In fact, they fueled the technology behind Eggs and More. And look, it's a QR code. So anyway, this was, things were looking up. And we had some support from friends, the neighbors were buying some eggs. And Eggs and More had a bit of a promising future. And then the owner kind of went a little bit nuts. So she was taking the chicken thing a bit too seriously. And it's a slow descent into madness when you wear rubber chicken or kitchen gloves. So, just a little helpful hint. She would disappear for weeks on end. She would leave me notes treating me like some low-level employee. And then because chickens started flying, and that's when chaos ensued. So these things became mobile, and in fact, one of them flew up on our roof. This is a reenactment. But I don't know how to have that little chicken on the roof, so I grab the ladder, and I get up, and as I reach for it, the chicken scratches me. And my wife suggested that I was cursed. I swear, when she told me that, the clock struck midnight. It was really eerie. In fact, the next day, in the office, my laptop was stolen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, yeah. And this is the receipt from the helpful Dallas Police Department. we'll find out because things were not looking so good at the end. In fact, it was in the office that I was talking to one of our customers of the eggs, and she asked, how many chickens left? I don't know. And so Google, it turns out it's about 8 years. Yeah, so off to college with you chickens. That was unacceptable given the current state, which was deteriorating quickly. So this is what else I learned about chicken. The longest flight's about 13 seconds. They're like a distant cousin of T-Rex. There's more chickens on Earth than humans. So, chickens are like everywhere. And there's another fact down here.
The fear of chickens is called...
Oh yeah, fear of chickens. That's a really long word. I can't pronounce it. All right, there was also something strange going on with the chickens, and they had this hypnotic effect on other effects of water. And in fact, we all started feeling like it was just time for these pets to go, these chickens. And of course, now they have names. It's a little harder to get rid of them. A little harder to snap their necks. But I swear they were siphoning brain power off of me. And I'm not an expert in the subject, but I saw this Bugs Bunny cartoon once where this chicken and the professor were. So anyway, they swapped brain power. And that was my point of reference. Free-range chickens also do some damage to the backyard. So again, a reenactment. And they dug holes, they created moguls, they created bare spots. And it's like, that's really time for these chickens. The novelty is sort of wore off. And like I said, collecting eggs became an issue. It was 20 feet away from the coop, and my daughter would come up with all kinds of excuses. And we have like 20 eggs sitting in there waiting to be collected. So anyway, we relocated. Again, we couldn't really eat them because we have names. So they went to Lucas, Texas, which is a nice little farming community north of here, because you know it. And I presume they're living quite well there. So after 2 years of a trashed backyard, early wake-up calls, rooster fight right somewhere as they want food. The chicken era ended. So what's the moral of the story? Well, I'm reminded of what Eric Schmidt at Google told the class at UC Berkeley in 2012. He said, find a way to say yes to things. Say yes to learn something new. Yes is how you get your first job and your next job and your spouse and even your kids. Yes is what keeps us all young. So for me, the choice of yes gave us a memorable experience, a real adventure, sometimes painful, but it gave me content for this kind of mediocre adventure.